Episode 903 of the Brain Candy Podcast. Hey, Sarah.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I am emotionally recovering from a phone call I got from my mom this morning.
No, this morning?
This morning.
What happened?
She called me in, on the verge of tears, voice trembling. And she said, Sarah, I was talking to your brother last night, or this morning, or whenever it was. And she said, we've had these terrible, this downpour. So I ran into the stable to go get the hay, because she got a horse now, to move the hay out of the way so the hay doesn't get all wet. And I had this machete that was on top of the hay. And the machete fell and chopped my baby toe off.
Stop it.
And then she starts, tearing up. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to, what does this mean? Baby toe, I've heard things
Head
you
to
lose your
Costa
baby
Rica.
toe. I thought that for sure.
Rehab.
And then
Wheelchair.
she pauses her crying to start laughing and then says April Fools.
I fucking hate April Fools so bad. It's not funny.
Not okay.
I hate it. I hate pranks with all my heart.
She loves it. It is my grandma's.
It's not funny.
It was always my grandma's favorite holiday. My grandma loves a prank, so it feels like in her. I should make it a rule that the pranks are not allowed to involve bodily injury, the fear of bodily injury, because that was not. I've already received that phone call, Mom. I know she's listening.
Yeah, no, and there are people, as she clearly is one, who really cannot get enough of prankage.
Oh,
and I'm
a
not
prankster.
that person. So
she's a prankster.
No offense. I hate it.
I know.
I don't love it. I think that there are certain actors like George Clooney, Mel Gibson. There's these people on set that are famous for pranks.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't like it when it's
prank.
A dude.
Exactly. And I don't know women besides your mom who are super.
She's kind of masculine energy.
Wait, who put potato chips on your bed?
Oh, I put potato chips on somebody else's bed. I put cornflakes
clearly
on somebody
you
else's
like a
bed
prank.
and then remade the bed. Well, we were in the middle of a prank war on our season of the Real World.
I would never be in a prank war. The thing.
Yeah. I got myself into one.
Right. So maybe you're one of these people.
I could be the problem. I probably invite it. And also I'm a good reactor.
What did you do when she said it was a prank?
Well, I started laughing. She was cracking up.
You laughed?
Well, I said, oh my God, Mom, you scared me to death. I said, I didn't laugh at first, but then, she's laughing so much. I got it but I knew you would. I knew you wouldn't like it, and I knew that you'd be on my side.
It's not funny. You know
what? It's not, because I was just picturing her little It is. Exactly. And then I'm thinking, I already went through this with Susie's thumb. Maybe it'll grow. I don't even know, but I was just imagining. And I'm like, I know too many people who have seen their appendages roll across the floor.
What? I don't get what's funny about it. It's just mean. The thing that's funny to these people is that you're upset.
Right.
That's the joke?
So we need different, we need ones that don't involve
fear.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm all for a prank, but Mom, don't terrify me.
No,
okay?
They're leveraging your empathy.
I know. I don't like it.
It's not nice.
Get the heck out of here. So that's my grandma loved a prank. So I'm going to have to just come up with a good one for next April
Well, that
Fools.
is the thing. If I ever did one, everyone would believe it because they don't think I'm a prankster.
I would definitely believe it.
But don't worry, I won't, because it's against my ethics and morals.
When my grandma was still alive, I called her and said, Grandma, guess what? I'm going to have blue hair for my wedding. And then she was like,
see, you love pranks.
And then she was like, I said, April Fools, and she loved it.
Okay. This is how we're different. This morning, Link went on the bus, and then I was like, oh shit, it's April Fools. I texted him right away. I was like, don't forget, it's April Fool's. Don't fall for a trick.
Don't fall. This is good. This is good. You're teaching him to be
on alert.
On alert. That's good. I've fallen for like 4 pregnancy announcements today. You name it. An I-70 road closure. Like I'm gullible. I think that's why.
I don't like this one bit.
Yeah, I want to
don't
believe.
My whole thing is I don't like being made a fool of.
Well,
I do not.
I get that.
And that's the name of the day.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That is the name of the day.
But
yeah. Where did that originate? Do we even know?
Probably some dickhead who thinks it's funny to be mean to people.
Yeah, I can't believe we've never discussed the origin of April Fools on this show. That seems like right up our alley.
Yeah, Sarah, what the hell?
Well,
That
I
seems
wish
like Sarah Rice
I know.
content.
I wish I had a good story. I don't have that for you today. I'm sorry.
That's
I have
all
other
right.
things. I got other things.
Okay, well, I'll be the judge. What do you have?
Okay. This is a curious case. There was an article about this that was in the Atlantic. A tiny ski town in the French Alps has an unusual cluster of ALS.
No.
Yes. No family histories,
Oh,
no shared
man.
genes, and 12 patients
What?
in one small town. I think 900 people live there.
That's really scary.
Isn't that scary?
I would run for the hills.
Not those hills.
Nope.
Different
Separate
ones. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's a neuroscientist named Peter Spencer who had also researched this similar outbreak or something sort of like this. There was an ALS cluster, that's what they call it, that happened in Guam. And so he teamed up with a French doctor, Larange, and they did this extensive studies on the participants and the people in the town to look at, is there any overlap? Could there be? And these are all people who hung out together. I mean, when you have a small town, there is a lot of overlap. They're all eating the same things. They're all, hanging out in the same areas. Mm-hmm. Do you have any guesses?
Well, is this like a neurological disease?
Yes. Neurological disease that I don't even know.
But did they discover something because a brother and a sister were going on walks together?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Okay. Well, then if that's not it, you're saying, do I have any theories about like what's causing it? I don't know. It just reminds me of when I watched the Michael J. Fox documentary and then Googled him and found out that there was a cluster of Parkinson's of people that all worked on the same movie in Canada. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that gives me goosebumps.
Because that must be neurological too.
It is. I'm going to talk about Parkinson's later in this episode too.
So I guess like a environmental, like bacteria or mold or whatever.
Yeah,
in that area.
They believe that it might be the case that you need a few different things to trigger it. Like it's environmental and the genetics, like epigenetics kind of thing. That like your environment
it's like dormant
and your genetics.
Unless it's triggered.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so in the article they were saying that it's a really mysterious disease because like Lou Gehrig, he lived with it for only 2 years after he was diagnosed. But then Stephen Hawking lived to be, I think he was 72.
I didn't know that's what he had.
I didn't know that either until I was surprised in reading this to learn that, and that his was a slower slower progression. So they did find, after they did all of the looking at the environment, looking at the food they were eating, looking at all the overlap, they found only one link, and it was in the 3 shared foods. These 12 patients had 3 foods that were specific to them that the other people didn't eat. Higher, increased diet of game, like wild game, dandelion greens, and the big one that they think is the biggest factor is wild mushroom. And they narrowed it down to this specific mushroom called the false morel. False morel.
That's the one that, remember? Like
we
found
have,
that
right?
morel?
Didn't we know about this mushroom? We've talked about this before, right?
We found
Did you
one
find
on
one?
my property, remember? And we cooked it because we were pretty sure that it was like legit and not the false.
Oh my goodness. So if you eat this false
It's a
morel,
neurotoxin.
it's a known neurotoxin, and it contains, how am I going to pronounce this? Gyrometrin, which metabolizes into monomethylhydroxine, which is a neurotoxin. And apparently they're sometimes eaten in Europe despite the known risks, especially when they're parboiled.
Are these people foraging though?
Yes.
Well, that's stupid. Stop doing that.
Yeah, and the article was talking about how this part of Europe has a long history with foraging, and it's part of
I have no patience for this.
And this is similar to the findings that happened in the cluster in Guam. They related that to a seed, this cyaset or something like that, that's like a seed of a plant that also contains a neurotoxin. So thinking about exposure to this specific neurotoxin explains...
People drive me nuts. Just go to the store. Like, there's a reason why we have stores. It's how I feel about camping. Like, there's a reason why we have houses.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, I get it's like novelty or whatever, but like...
Yeah, these are the dangers. This is why we have and I'm sorry, but this is why we have the FDA and things like that. And this is why we need to, like, pasteurize milk and shit.
Right, stop being stupid.
I totally agree. I'm like, you
Okay,
can't
good.
just go in your backyard and pick this because you may get a neurotoxin.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not trying to victim blame here. I'm just saying, like, cool it. There's a reason we have all these state safeguards. That's what they are.
Yeah.
I'll
And
tell
it's
you what
not
else
worth
is
it.
safe, Sarah.
Yeah.
And that is our frickin' relief bands.
Oh, my goodness. I was just talking to my brother's now fiance, who said that she has been using this throughout her pregnancy. And she was like, there was one day where she just had that baby cranked all the way up and it was helping her. And like,
Oh, I thought you meant the baby was cranked all the way up.
Well,
That's
both.
so funny.
That is funny. The relief band cranked all the way up. And she's like,
okay.
she was so grateful to have it. And I had forgotten I dropped it off for her to test drive. And she never gave it back. She's like, thank God for this thing.
Because if you have nausea, whether it's from pregnancy or a hangover or motion sickness or like freaking, like being on a boat or whatever, this bracelet, 0 side effects somehow.
0.
But it takes away that feeling of queasiness and
instant. It's not like
Instant.
those other stuff, like a pill you have to take where then you got to
an
wait.
hour
And
later.
it's like, forget it. I'm on the boat now and I'm car sick now.
Some people like
instant.
chemotherapy. Like if you're on
Yes.
chemo, or if you know somebody that is, this would be a great gift because everybody knows. Anytime you've ever been nauseous, it's like you're just like, we have got to make this stop. It's so
man.
unnatural and horrifying.
The watering in your mouth,
Salivating.
Yep, and this relief band.
It's a
that all
miracle.
away. It really is amazing.
I mean, that's not an FDA terminology, but I'm just saying it for myself.
Yeah.
So if you want to cure your nausea problem fast, join the hundreds of thousands of people who are nausea-free with Relief Band. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer just for Brain Candy listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use promo code Brain Candy, you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping. Head to reliefband.com. Use our promo code Brain Candy for 20% off plus free shipping. Wouldn't that be such a wonderful gift? Like, if someone was on chemo or morning sickness or whatever.
Yep. Mother's Day, I think that's a good
There you
Mother's
go.
Day gift.
Think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
For
ahead.
like new mom. Or,
Well, what are
or
they gonna do
newly
about
found
this,
out pregnant.
Cluster.
Monitor it
Well,
and encourage people to
don't
not forage.
Forage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Good to know, though.
Yeah, and it just interesting I feel like this is how we find the cure. This is how, like, it feels like...
because you're thinking, what if something triggers it?
Yeah.
Then you can sort of get the source.
Yeah, maybe you could work backwards, or maybe you can, I don't know.
I hear you.
Because it feels like the collecting snake venom for the antidote kind of thing. Like, I don't know how it works, but I'm imagining that this is how we find out good information like that.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to get that. That's scary.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a cure. Like, you're doomed if you get ALS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's something else you probably won't like, or I don't know, maybe will. Are you familiar with how the stars on the Walk of Fame are assigned? Arranged?
No.
Okay. Suze, I wasn't either. For two people who are so... You, as a lover of old gossip...
Love it.
And me as
celebrity.
It's the family biz.
Right.
The industry, you know. The industry.
We should know.
We should know
the
this.
Walk of Hall of Fame, or whatever it is, Hollywood, what is it called? Hollywood.
Yeah, the Walk of Fame.
The Hollywood Walk of Fame. We should know how it is arranged.
Yeah. I always thought it was like a star gets a certain level of prestige, like they are big enough, whatever, and then I don't know, they get a star, like, so the official Walk of Fame people say you get a star. Nope, not at all. So of course a nomination must be submitted by
I know they're expensive.
A fan, a studio, a publicist, etc.
Yes.
And then if they're selected, the star must agree to the ceremony and the publicity.
Right.
And they are insanely expensive.
Insanely.
You can basically buy one.
You buy it.
How much do you think it costs? I mean, maybe it's not insanely expensive.
I thought it was like $70,000.
Oh my gosh, $75,000.
Thanks, Sarah.
Price is right. You got it. Come on down. Spin the wheel.
Well, the reason that I even was close is because I know a lady who is obsessed with Rod Stewart.
Oh.
And I think she's the queen of his fan club or whatever it is.
The queen.
President. She's the president of his fan club. And she decided she wanted to get Rod Stewart nominated. And she fundraised.
Yeah.
But she also like got his publicist and stuff to like throw in some quarters or whatever. Yeah. And so then it worked, and she got to go to the ceremony, and it was real special and everything. Yeah. But like that's when I found out like this is a racket.
It is a racket. So the $75,000 fee must be paid often by a studio, label, or manager, and the star, of course, has to commit to attending the unveiling in person. Right. And that $75,000 covers the cost of installation, maintenance, and security and PR surrounding the event.
Please. This is silly.
Most of the time, nowadays when you see it, like Gal Gadot just got one, and this is Disney
PR.
with what the heck is it called? Snow White.
Yeah. It's always timed to like some movie or whatever. And that's fine, except it does feel like the public is being duped into thinking this means you've reached a certain level.
I was duped. And I would like to think I'm not even the public when we're talking about that kind of stuff.
You're in the know.
I thought I'm part of like the,
Right, you're an insider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and you still want to believe.
I did. Have you? I mean, you've been obviously. Have we been? I feel like we've probably been together.
I'm sure we've walked on a star or two.
Yeah, we probably have. Mm-hmm. I would say it might be my number one most disappointing tourist attraction.
Yeah,
like if you are I was thinking about that as I was thinking about the
Yeah,
Walk
I mean,
of Fame
unless
and
you
everything.
happen upon a star that you love.
And I've only ever accidentally wound up on the Walk of Fame. Like, it's a big, long stretch, and now it goes a couple streets. So I'm like, oh, look at that. Here I am. Like,
Oh, there's Betty White.
There's, right.
Right.
And, like, Absolute Vodka has one. Go, get the fuck out of here.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. Yes.
What?
Brands paid for Absolute Vodka has this fucking star.
When did you find that out?
When I was doing my research for how the Walk of Fame comes to be.
Well, because you aren't upset enough about that part.
Well, I mean, I've come down a little bit from when I originally discovered this. We should find out. Let me do a quick search and find out who else, who are some other...
That is really disturbing to me because that pokes a hole in the whole concept.
Yeah.
Then now you're calling into question what a star is.
Exactly.
Absolute Vodka, although I salute you for your service and all the lovely martinis you've created,
Right.
you're not a star. You're not Charlie Chaplin.
I agree.
That is shameful. They are spitting on the very definition of celebrity. I mean,
Also on the Apollo 11 astronauts.
okay, well, I'm on board with this.
She's on board with that. Yeah.
They're more of a star than Absolute Vodka, for Pete's sake.
In
Are you
2008,
kidding me?
the company became the official sponsor, and to acknowledge this, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce awarded Absolute Vodka an honorary star near the entrance of the Kodak Theater.
Okay, so this is like the doctorate. This is like the Bill Cosby of
Oh my
honorary
gosh, you're so right.
doctorates.
This is the honorary doctorate of the movie industry.
Totally.
We just discovered something.
I mean,
Lassie
it's
has one.
grosser
The
somehow.
Rugrats have one. Big Bird, Mickey Mouse, Shrek, Godzilla.
That's all fine. It's when you said vodka that I really
Right.
was like,
Ryan
what are we
Seacrest.
doing?
Donald Trump.
I would like to. I wish I had a full list and we could pick the least deserving person who has one.
That would be a very fun game.
It might be Gal Gadot.
Submit your right. Submit your nominees.
Entries, yeah.
Your entries for the not deserving of a walk of shame.
Yeah.
That's what we should call it.
Well, because, I mean, I would love to know the criteria at this point. Because besides
That's it. I just said
75,000.
it. That's it. Nothing.
I know, but like there must be some that didn't make it,
Oh, I see. Yeah, because I guess some committee selects that it has to be selected and approved. There's not a lot of talk about who that committee is.
Yeah.
It's probably the
very
Chamber
secretive.
of Commerce. Like, if it's saying that the Chamber of Commerce was the one who,
Yeah.
that would
Who
make
are
sense.
you?
The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is probably in charge of that.
I'll tell you who doesn't have one, brain candy. And I think it's high time. If we just could fundraise $75,000.
What? I still got to get a sofa. I'm kidding. I have a sofa. Don't worry.
You know what? I'm surprised like Joe Rogan hasn't done this.
I'm surprised too.
You know what I mean?
Because
like the podcaster community, they have the money. Theo Vaughn. I give it a
absolutely.
year. In a year. We should nominate him. I should contact his publicist and be like,
We're
what do
nominating
think?
you.
That's
We
like
should
one
nominate-
ad
yeah.
on his show.
Yeah. Wow.
For sure. That
Man.
makes me sick. I'll tell you what doesn't make me sick, and that's
Okay.
ritual vitamins. You know why? Because they're time release and they taste delicious.
Absolutely.
Same with their protein powder, which
Yeah, I've been
freaking-
taking that a lot.
you
Pea
have
protein.
to.
Yes. I've been noticing, Suze, there's a difference in you are putting on muscle because you're eating protein.
What makes you say that?
Because I notice a difference in...
Are you serious?
Yes, I do. In your arms. You actually look... You're like toned and putting on muscle.
Thank
I
you so
definitely
much.
noticed.
Because I was actually being like, why isn't anyone saying anything?
I noticed.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
It's true.
I was like, why isn't anyone saying like, Susie, you look muscular?
I'm saying it right here, right now.
Well, thank you. And it's thanks to Ritual protein powder, which is delicious. Vanilla. Tastes so good. And it's farmed. It's like peas. It's like pea protein. It's not garbage.
Vegan.
Right. 100% U.S. grown, farmed peas, amino acid profile, 20 grams. That's what you have to get 20 grams. And like,
you have to get a lot. Yeah.
Well, yeah, from each shake is what I'm saying.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And it's like proper, not like full of sugar and gross stuff.
Right.
But we've loved their vitamins for ages. Multivitamin, they have like
take it every morning.
Prenatal. Yeah.
Yep.
It starts you off right. They have like gut health stuff. They have the skin stuff. Hi, Sarah. Why not shake up your Ritual? Get 25% off your first month of Ritual when you visit ritual.com/braincandy and add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/braincandy for 25% off. I know people are super into protein now. It's like a real big trend. So if you're looking for protein, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
It's key.
I find that if I take animal-based protein, then I'll break out.
Ooh, yeah. It's...
Like that whey stuff, like the pea protein is better for my skin.
No.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So try that out.
You blew my mind already today.
I did?
Yeah, with this Walk of Fame thing.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's what I aim for. I aim to just blow your mind. Let me think. Do I have any other things that will blow your mind? What do I want to talk about? Oh, I read this interesting article in The Atlantic on how women are marrying down in education.
Yeah, well, what else are we supposed to do?
That is exactly what the summary of the article was, basically.
I mean, I'm
yeah.
I'm speechless. It's true. For real, what are we supposed to do? Because we've been outpacing men in education for a long time now.
In 2021, 1.6 million more women. In 2021, there were 1.6 million more women than men that were enrolled in U.S. four-year colleges.
Wow.
But
it's the basement dwellers, right?
Here's the thing that and this is called so this growing number of college-educated women that are marrying men without degrees, they're calling this hypogamy. Hypergamy, hypergamy, is marrying up.
Oh.
And hypogamy, hypogamy.
Right, like hyperthermia versus hypothermia.
Yes, is marrying under your education level. And it basically says there aren't enough college-educated men to go around.
And that's fine. Like, I don't think college is for everyone, and it doesn't mean that you're smart or not. But my sense is, from ladies that I know that are on the market, that like it isn't just about education. It's about like just general evolution as a human being, and that these bozos are like cavemen again.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I don't know what the article says, so maybe I'm jumping the gun here. But what I've read is that the pandemic segregated the sexes in a greater way than we already were. Mm-hmm. We used to socialize together. We would go out together, hang out together. But everything became separate during the pandemic. So men were doing their men stuff and women were doing their women stuff. And then it polarized behaviors. And so that's how the manosphere and all this Joe Rogan, Theo Von shit got bigger. Where it was like, bro, fuck, pew, pew, pew. And like, they became like hyper cavemen-y.
Yeah. Well, because they're in a what is it, like an echo chamber?
Yes.
Like they're just surrounded by other men who are then, and as we've learned in a lot of the books that we've read on masculinity and on men, that there is this idea that the group believes one thing, even if you don't believe that. Like, I think that the majority of men in this group will think that dominating a woman is a good thing. When that individual man, if you ask him, will go, well, I don't think that. I believe in equality, but in this group, and the reality is the individual belief is that, no, I believe in equality. But when you get them all together, there is this.
And when you're exposed to a point of view, even if you think that you, like if a liberal listens to conservative radio, for example, even if they think like they're hate listening, they actually do become persuaded by it without realizing it. And they grow closer to that point of view over time. And so like, you might think, well, I'm not one of those guys. Like, I just listen to Joe Rogan for the interviews. He's a great interviewer. No, he's not. He's not.
No,
he's not a great interviewer. You're delusional.
Yeah.
But he might be better than your weird ass Dungeons and Dragons friend or something. But he is not a great interviewer. But he's just asking questions. I just love it. Yeah. And then they became closer in line to that worldview. And so what we have is this polarization where women are becoming more progressive and men are becoming more conservative. Yes. Well, I don't want to date those fucking fools either.
Absolutely not. Yeah. There was another, I don't know where this, I think it was in the New York Times. I haven't read it yet, but it was something along the lines of like the death of the straight woman that was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you? Yes. I haven't clicked it yet to actually read it, but I
was
saved it.
Was it about like why are women still dating men? Or
like saying that we're seeing this move to, like a lot of women are experiencing exactly what you just described, and that's and open views are resulting in a lot of women deciding that they don't want to be with men.
Yeah, I can see why. Like if you're on the fence,
right?
I can see why you would lean into the other.
I tell you, it's great over here.
Like, it seems great. Listen,
it is so lovely.
They should make those like camps where you like go and try to like convert straight people to be gay. Because I would go.
That's called like
straight conversion therapy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that's like every mountain bike club here, every snowboarding club here, every hiking club here.
I equivocate though, because the truth is I prefer to hang out with men, like in general. Like if I have to choose between a baby shower and a bachelor party, I'm going to that bachelor party.
Well, of course.
Okay, so like what is that? Men are more fun? What is it? They're funnier?
But bachelorette party or bachelor party?
Definitely bachelor party.
I'm still picking bachelor party.
I do not want to be with the woo-woo girls.
It's the woo. It's that thing.
I don't want the screaming.
It's that. Well, that's...
Stop it.
We're not like that anyway.
But lesbians versus straight dudes, I'm going les.
You're going to pick lesbian.
I'm going to choose
obviously.
Les.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Whew. She's not totally crazy. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that annoying behavior.
Yeah. Well, one of the other...
Go ahead, so.
One of the other things in this article that was annoying that is important to mention is that education doesn't always correlate with income.
Yes.
And that in a lot of these situations, the women were overeducated or had a higher education, but were not making as much. They often were in liberal arts.
Yeah, fuck.
You know, they were often liberal arts grads, and then
don't I know it? Like I always say, the religion story in Hiram. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Right.
Like, a plumber makes more than a religious studies professor. Yeah.
There were a lot of mentions in this article about women in local politics and how even to have these positions that are, like you're voted into, they're like esteemed positions. They don't pay a lot. Yeah. And you usually need a partner who's making a lot of money to bankroll that, to support that.
I even feel that way about your profession. Therapy, teachers, nurses.
Gosh. It's really hard. They should tell you that in grad school. Just, by the way, you won't even make how it costs to put you through grad school.
Any profession that relies on stereotypically feminine traits, so nurture, like therapy, nursing, teaching, they are going to not pay you properly because of that, because it's seen as natural rather than a skill.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Right? But like things of like a trade, carpentry, plumbing, electrician, where you need not no education, but you could do it without an education.
Right. You just need it's a trade. You need to learn the trade.
Yeah. Then that's seen as like valuable.
Yeah.
Mechanics?
I will be telling my nieces and nephews that I will be preaching to get a job that's salary. Be like, get a salary job where you could just, and then at 5 o'clock you're done, and you
can clock out.
You could clock out. You don't have to worry. It's not like, oh no, I gotta I take a week off. I don't get paid.
Right. From all of your jobs.
Everything. Right. What did I do to myself here?
Well, I'll tell you what I did to myself, and that was put on some Honey Love leggings.
Yes. This is what you've been working out in, getting the pump on. I've been doing more sitting in my leggings, which, let me tell you, super comfy for that.
Yeah. It is super comfy. The Honey Love scenario is great whether you're sitting or going to the gym or traveling or whatever you're doing, running errands. It's shapewear, but it's just good clothes. They have any kind of athleisure your heart desires. The bras are great. The leggings, they have a cocktail dress. Come on.
Oh, that cocktail dress is cute.
Flattering and super, super comfy. And
when you just feel like held in by your clothes, like in one. I like that.
I like that too. It's
I just
supportive.
like support.
You can treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth. Save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/braincandy. You can use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/braincandy. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with Honey Love.
I'm trying to go through a mental Rolodex of all of my friends. I don't know anyone who's not in a hypogamous relationship where the man has a higher education. I actually am thinking about everybody I know right now. Most of my friends hold a master's degree at least, or PhD, or in a PhD program, or working towards that.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
All the relationships, somebody's a doctor.
I don't know anyone where it's reversed. Sometimes it might be equal.
Yeah. But I don't know when the
something.
man has I can't think of a single person I know right now. And the doctors I know that are men are married to other doctors.
It's rare. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see this it's weird that this doesn't show up in pop culture as much, or in in TV shows, and has it?
What do you notice? I don't know, because I don't watch scripted shit.
It seems to fit a more standard, or traditional marriage.
Right, we're both white collar, we're both blue collar, whatever, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Because they're leaning into old stereotypes.
Yeah. Because and then sometimes I think if you were writing that in a script, you might think, oh, well, that's not believable. I could just see the men in that writer's room arguing to not have that, or needing to explain it. Or making it a thing, oh, she's so she can't, failing as a mom because she's working her job as an ER doctor. I don't know.
Yeah, it's used as a problem.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, in the script. It's in the storyline.
I would say, though, that wouldn't you say you noticed it on Love is Blind?
Oh, Absolutely.
Right.
That's why I said I think they should change the dating range for that.
Yeah.
I think the men should be older because
it's unfair.
These women are crushing it. They are set up.
And then we have to get stuck with these fucking idiots.
Yeah. I wonder what that's going to look like 10, 20 years from now. All the women.
I don't know what anything is going to look like 10, 20 years from now.
I don't either. I don't even know what things will look like a couple months from now. So we'll just
Let's not go down that. Let's not pull at that thread.
Right. We'll just stay here and keep it light, talking about
keep it light.
Walk
We're
of
in
Fame.
the escape hatch.
We are.
Can't talk about the truth.
Well, this is the truth, but it's also fun.
Okay.
Maybe it'll provide a little light into the dark. I watched an older but very interesting TED Talk it was a TEDx by this guy who they call Dr. Dance. His name is Peter Lovatt, L-O-V-A-T-T, Lovat. I don't know. I never know how it's pronounced when I just see it written. But they call him Dr. Dance, and he has a PhD in dance psychology, and he was sharing all of this interesting research on the benefits of dance on Parkinson's patients.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is phenomenal. That and so it was really interesting. First of all, when you watch this TED Talk, and he's like a dorky guy, and to think that this guy was at one point a professional dancer is hilarious. He's British accent, looks like he should be. Looks like he should be in research.
He probably gave himself that name.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
He seems like the kind who would give himself that name. He had everybody get up and boogie in their seats and all that kind of stuff.
Icebreakers.
It was one of those. But he wanted to show the difference in moving kind of to whatever, moving how your body wanted to move or moving to a beat.
Okay.
And how moving to a beat had significant improvement. There's something about creating a pattern and this beat and movement that then sticks in the participants' minds. Mm-hmm. And it was really interesting. They found that before a dance class, the gait of 26 participants was significantly improved just when it was accompanied by a soundtrack. So when they put on, give them something to listen to and then have them walk, that improved the walk already. But the newer research showed that even after the class, the gait was improved compared to before. So it suggests that while the music acts as this external stimulator for movement before the dance class or during the dance class, after that the participants have this internalized music or rhythm that'll help support motor control.
Wow.
So it's playing the music isn't even as important. It's the movement
what do you think?
Along with music, and all
Just
of the
the rhythm
participants
of it.
said, well, what it makes me think of, and we're just now starting to understand the connection between rhythm and frequencies and the brain. And I'm thinking about EMDR that does the bilateral brain stimulation when you hold the little, it's like a type of therapy where you hold the little tappers in each hand or you watch something go back and forth on a screen, and it stimulates both hemispheres of your brain and allows you to reprocess memories. It helps relieve trauma, PTSD. It's so impactful. And we know that. And then recently in an episode, you talked about the benefits of walking. I think it was you who talked about the benefits of walking. It's even better when you're walking in tandem, paired with somebody else. And if you're talking too, then that's the best thing that you could do for your brain is walking and talking with a friend.
Yeah.
And to me, this maybe involves a little bit of that, he said that there were three elements that they found in their research of dance that is maybe a little bit similar to working out, but dance, I don't know, it has like extra benefits. But those three elements were it's social, it's physical, and it's cognitive. Like there's something about learning how to dance, like learning a move that it's like teaching your brain and rewarding your brain.
You mean
in the
like
best
a choreographed
Yes.
is better?
Yeah.
And that's your favorite kind, Cupid Shuffle.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is really an argument for TikTok dances.
Oh.
That
What do you think about people that don't like to dance or can't figure out how to do it?
Okay, I think it's the same as the people who, when I was teaching art classes, it would always be a group who would say, well, I'm just not creative. I'm not an artist. I'd be like, yes, you are. Everybody is. We just have to let you explore that and not define it in the way that maybe.
Do you think that a lot of times people that say they don't either like to dance or know how to dance are in their head or what?
Yeah. In their head. Oh, because there's when you see a little kid, those babies love to dance.
Yeah, there's no little kid that's like, I hate dancing.
None. That's like, no, thank you. They all love it. So that feels like we've added a layer of shame or somebody told them not to or somebody embarrassed them. It's like why I didn't sing for so long because my brother told me I was tone deaf.
Yeah, but you were nice about it. Like you admitted that's why.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times people that don't like dance or whatever, they almost have like a snobbery about it. Like, no, I don't dance.
Yeah, you know who's like that? Kim Kardashian.
Get out.
Yeah, she's always been like that.
Sense.
I don't dance. And she's very, didn't she go on Dancing with the Stars or something?
And she doesn't drink.
Yeah.
It's like they are
because
afraid.
Because they're afraid to be
Which
uninhibited.
It's fine if you don't like to drink or dance, whatever. But like, I think there can be a thing where like they don't want to like be out of control.
Yes. 100% that I could see that for her. Do you know anybody who's like, I don't like to dance? Lincoln.
Do. Oh, that doesn't like to dance?
Does Lincoln like to dance or does he just...
yeah, he loves to
good.
dance.
That's good.
Yeah, he
just doesn't do it on beat.
Sucks.
Right. Good. I like that. That's it. That's fine. You're totally...
that's totally fine.
That's great.
I would... no problem with that. You don't have to be good. Who cares?
And it says it helps with trauma, mood regulation, and anxiety, especially in neurodivergent populations.
Interesting.
Yeah. One of the elements that I lose in the way I dance or the times when I'm dancing is the social aspect of it.
Why?
Most of my dance parties are solo in my kitchen or in my house.
Why though? Like whenever we're at the wedding in a few days?
Oh, I will be dancing then, but I don't, those aren't, I'm having a dance party, every other day. I'm not going out dancing.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah. It's not though because you're holding back.
No. Oh my God. No. Please. I can't.
Almost feel bad for Tyler and Timmy because we are going to be.
I'm going to be cutting up a rug. I know. And my girlfriend loves to dance.
Oh my God.
And she's a good dancer.
We are going to have a
She's great.
blast.
Yeah.
I'm a dancing queen for all occasions.
Yeah. We got a whole set of dancing queens.
Oh my God.
It'll be great. It'll be so
and
much fun.
And it's been a minute because I'm like aging out of weddings.
Same.
It's been a minute since I've
Nobody's
even been
getting
invited
married.
to a wedding.
Right. And the people who are getting married are on their second marriages, and they're just eloping or doing something
they don't
different.
Want you dancing
and
with fucking village people.
Right.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well, we will make the most of it. I know that.
Yeah. I'm going to a concert, my first concert in a really long time. I don't know when the last time I went to a concert was. I'm going by myself. Remy Wolf, who I've been trying to see forever.
Is she your friend yet or no?
No, she's too big to ever be like a friend of
How
that.
big?
She's famous.
Like millions of followers?
Yeah.
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 Shoot.
Yeah. Like
What's her song?
sold out European tours.
Sing it.
I don't know if you would know any of
Why?
her songs.
Hip hop or
Because
something?
none of them are really on there. It's more like,
Oh, ambient.
no, I would say like pop alternative.
What? Well, maybe I would know it.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Yeah,
You don't want to.
definitely not. And she's got like one of those voices that's like really unique. So if I were to sing it, it would be like
What's her main song? I'll listen to it.
one of my favorite songs that she sings is called Woo, WOO, exclamation point.
Okay, I'll listen.
Oh,
to
it's so
that.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. She goes, woo! I know that she does that in the song.
Holy heck. Okay. I'm on it. When are you going?
Next week
That's so
on
fun.
Thursday night. And
What a
it's at
fun
Red
time.
Rocks, which is the
I
best
would be
place to
real
see.
into that. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You should take me to a show there sometime.
I would absolutely love to take you to a show. We'll find
I would
something
love
really
that,
good.
too.
It's time to take a look at their concert like lineup and see what they got coming up because
Yeah.
good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad we worked through that.
me too. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? I'm sure I have another thing to talk about. This is just a little update. I mentioned this a little bit in a previous episode. The article in The Atlantic on why we love hard work.
Who's we?
We people, not you and me, but
People
like we
love
as
hard
humans.
work?
Yes, that why
Oh, why is it like so rewarding?
it's
or something?
rewarding. Yes, that it's this strange human tendency to value things more when they require
Yeah.
effort.
Yes, I was thinking about this recently regarding you.
What?
Because you often try to illustrate the importance of earning things through the anecdote of like whenever you ask people like what are they proudest of,
Oh yeah,
and they'll inevitably, of course, say something was hard to get,
Yeah.
like a educational degree or a job or even raising a child or something.
absolutely.
Right. And I was like, in my mind, debating I need a hobby. But this is what I was doing. I was trying to explain in my own mind of like why we need to improve that illustration because of the word proud implies work. Like
Yeah.
nobody's going to be proud that they won the lottery. That's
That's true.
It's incongruent. So like I wanted to figure out a way to frame it
Yeah,
that was more accurate with the words. Of
yeah. That maybe gave
still make your
opportunity to say like what.
yeah, where they
has
could
been, like, the most-
what is the
it's
thing
even,
in
like,
your life that you
rewarding.
love the most?
Yeah,
Because maybe for some people they may say like all my money. I don't know.
right. Yeah,
Like, but probably not. But like I don't know.
hope
I wanted
not.
to make it a more authentic query.
I like that. I think it's good to
But what were you,
you
going
know
to say?
get people to think a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just I thought it was just an interesting subject to kind of like unpack and talk about a little bit.
Yes,
They
yeah.
called this the IKEA effect.
Right.
So this explains things like why we value IKEA furniture more if we assemble it ourselves.
Do we?
Yes, studies
my
show that
God.
if
Well,
we
that's
have a desk
your point,
that
then.
we have to assemble ourselves, we will like it more and value it more than a desk that we got from the store somebody else
So
put
do you
together.
think so you're saying if we have an IKEA desk that someone else assembled versus one we assembled, we prefer the one we assembled.
Yeah, and I even think they said even a desk that, because I looked at that in the article and it didn't say another IKEA desk. They just said another desk, like
Right. I
implying-
want it to be the same desk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That made me think, well, is it another IKEA? But if it's like some nice...
On the other hand, pretty much any other desk would be a better desk.
Right,
So
especially
if you
new
still
IKEA.
prefer the IKEA desk,
I mean, I love IKEA for so many things, but when
not
they
furniture.
swapped out those metal brackets for plastic ones, I was like, okay, now
we're
that's
seeing
where I draw
other
the line.
furniture.
That is unacceptable. Plastic
what
screws.
would be a bracket? Like,
They're
plastic
you know those
screws?
locking, there's a very specific IKEA screw that's metal that goes in and then you twist it and it locks something in place. Well,
Yeah.
they have kept the outside of that metal, but the inside piece is now plastic. And that is fucking stupid.
Wow.
To save what, 10 cents a piece?
Right.
I bet they got more returns on that. So I bet that was a bad business thing in the long run.
Yeah. I don't like that story.
Yeah, when you told me, you told all of us how the grandfather or something like that, the head of IKEA guy who
Totally.
founded IKEA died, and then his grandchildren took over, and they were like, we're going to change everything. Let's put bugs in this meatballs, which they did.
But also that he was sort of a dickhead because he pretended like he was this quaint Swedish guy who like drove a fucking Dodge Dart or whatever, a crappy car. But then the truth was he was like a high roller. Like he loved flying first class. He loved private jets, whatever. But he had this like, he wanted to maintain this image of, I'm a simple guy, which great for business. I get it. But like, you're a phony baloney, sir.
Yeah.
So I feel like the whole family's fucking dickheads.
Yeah, I agree, and they're cutting corners, and I hate it.
But they're great for like vases and glassware.
Yeah.
If you go to that bottom
Organizers.
floor.
Oh,
that's
I
where
love
we're
that
talking.
bottom floor.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. Plants,
cute.
it's great for plants.
Real cute stuff.
Yeah.
But what furniture are we getting there now? Nothing? Well, their kitchens are supposedly great.
Oh, I do have a IKEA washing machine, and not washing machine, dishwasher.
How is it?
Gets the job done.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. Yeah, hasn't, knock on wood.
Wow.
Doing good.
I didn't even know IKEA made dishwashers.
I didn't either. It came with the house. Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, the IKEA effect.
That's crazy though. Like,
But this isn't everybody. There are people who are joyful workers, and then there are duty-driven grinders. Some people feel good when they work hard, and others see effort as drudgery.
I'm that second one.
But they came up with this like meaningfulness of effort scale.
Oh, for
So
Pete's sake.
when I push myself, what I'm doing feels important. We tend to value things more when we are trying harder at them. So the effort that we put into something usually makes us make it more meaningful in our mind, which would explain something like that answer to that question. If the answer was like childbirth or like raising a child or getting my master's, their study suggests that I'm creating additional meaning there because of the amount of effort that it took.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's
probably
true for
true.
you?
I think it's true for all people. I think it's why we feel satisfied after completing a 1,000-piece puzzle and not as satisfied after completing a 10-piece puzzle. Or climbing this makes total sense why I would want to go on a higher and higher mountain, get steeper and steeper runs for snowboarding. Like
But this is what makes me crazy. Let's go back to the puzzle, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say the goal was just to have something that I wanted to hang up, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I loved this scene that this piece of art had.
Yeah.
Then I'm fine with a 10-piecer.
Yeah.
If the goal, the reward is how it looks on my wall. Mm-hmm. A puzzle inherently that's the whole point of a puzzle.
Right.
Is to put it together and feel good about it.
Right.
It's not normally to hang it up.
Right.
Right.
Correct.
So like, I guess I'm
like what's the final, what's the like motivation? Yeah. You'd have to look at things like marathons, puzzle solving, mountain climbing, things that are,
the idea of satisfied is dependent upon your goal.
Yeah.
If the goal is to do something hard, then a 1,000-piece puzzle, of course, would be more satisfying
Totally.
than 10. But if my goal is to have a beautiful thing to shove on my wall, it's to do it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So I guess I like reject the premise of some of these things.
Yeah. Well, and the article talked about how a lot of this is like cognitive dissonance in a way where our brain convinces us, like if you worked hard, your brain convinces you that it must have been worth it.
Right.
So a lot of it is just gymnastics your brain is doing to overvalue something because you're like, well, I got to make it like of value if I wasted this much time doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. The last little bit I'll add is that even animals do this. So birds and locusts were even shown to value harder earned rewards.
No way.
Yeah. And this suggests that effort may not be purely cognitive or cultural, but that it may be biological.
Because it usually probably reaps a better reward.
Absolutely. You get better food, you get survival offspring. So effort is maybe
greater
biological.
Effort brings greater reward. So we're going to be evolutionarily designed to pursue that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good work.
Yeah.
We learned so much.
You know, we learned that for a mere $75,000, we could have our very own star on the Walk of Fame.
But I bet if you had to get 75,000 votes, it would feel more rewarding.
Absolutely. Each one of those votes would count. Right. I agree.
Maybe
I, in a way, feel like our award that we got, we're number one.
That was awesome.
Listener's Choice Award.
More
Felt
rewarding.
way more rewarding
than the
than
silver.
something just like, here you go.
Right. We worked our buns off for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah. Good point.
There you go.
All right, people. April Fools sucked. I hope you didn't get tricked. Because they're stupid. All right, people. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Find yourself looking for a new job or change in career? Monster.com is here to help. We are not only here to bring you job postings, but also AI interview prep and salary tools, expert career advice, and top-notch resume services. We've got everything you need to land your perfect job fit. Discover the magic of finding the ideal job with Monster.com. Your future starts now. Visit Monster.com today. Your next job opportunity is just a click away.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.